Hey sitters, welcome back to another video. Thanks for tuning in. So you guys wanted a questions and answers video, so this is the video. I've got some answers to those questions, so let's get into it. But first, if you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. This isn't a regular video. Obviously, I don't do Q&As every single week. But I do tips and tricks for up-and-coming babysitters to better your skills as a babysitter, to better your relationship with the kids you're babysitting for. I also throw in some craft videos and some game videos, some educational videos here and there as well. So hit that subscribe button to stick around and let me know if you have any questions. Alrighty, let's get into some of those A's for your Q's. My first question comes from Abby T, and her question is, how old are you? I am 22 years old. My next question comes from the Barker family. They actually had a couple questions. The first one being, do you babysit in quarantine? If you're asking me if I still babysit during the pandemic, I do. I still go and babysit for families. The only thing is that I wash my hands more often, and then we communicate more before I even step foot in the house on what they're comfortable with, what I'm comfortable with, and then we go from there. If you're asking me if I babysat while I was quarantined, because I did have COVID, no, I was completely isolated in my room, and I didn't see anybody for 2.5 weeks. So their next question is, are you still in school, and what grade? So I did graduate high school 4 or 5 years ago, and I am in college getting my 2-year degree in business with a entrepreneurship certificate. And that's a 2-year degree. It should take you 2 years. But since I am working a 40-hour week, I work 40 hours a week, I am taking my time on school, and it's been taking me about 4 years. So I'm in school for a 2-year degree, but it's taking me 4 years. Next question is, do you live by yourself? Do you have any siblings? And if so, how old are they? So because I am still in college, I am lucky enough to still live with my parents. I live with both my mom and my dad, so it's just the 3 of us here at the house. I do have 2 siblings. I'm the middle child, so there's 3 of us. The older sister lives in state, and she is married. She's 26. She'll be 27 soon. And then my younger sister lives out of state, and she is married as well, and she is 20 years old. So we have a good sized family, but it's just the 3 of us here at the house. Next question comes from Flo V. She also had a couple questions. Her first one being, how do you manage babysitting with such a busy schedule? So, Flo, I will tell you, some days I don't know how I'm doing it. Some days I want to throw the towel in. Some days I just want to sit up with my feet on the couch. But because I'm working 40 hours a week as a nanny, I do YouTube videos and post every week. I am in school still, so I'm taking classes online. What else do I do? I manage my business, and then, yes, I do on top of that still babysit for other families in the afternoons and on the weekends. So my schedule is busy. How do I manage it? It is a lot of planning. I plan for everything. If it's not on my calendar, it's not happening. And I've said that in a video before, that even if it's a phone call to a family member, it's in my calendar. So I do, Sundays are my planning days. I meal prep on Sundays, so I am not worried about what I'm eating during the week. I make sure I plan business meetings right after work, so that it's between my nannying schedule and my babysitting schedule. My mom helps me with my YouTube channel and making sure that everything goes smoothly, so we will plan days where we'll just work on video planning and all that stuff. So that's in my calendar. My calendar is my best friend. I take it everywhere. So, but with that being said, I also plan for self days. I need to plan for taking a day to not do anything. No business, no work, no school, nothing. I take that day, spend it with family, spend it just doing things I want. A massage, getting my toes done, whatever it may be. So I don't get burnt out. So her next question was, how did you get clients when you first started? So when I first started, I was actually a mother's helper. I started around 11 or 12 years old, but way before that, I was always interested in baby dolls. I had so many baby dolls, and I took them everywhere. But when I was 11 or 12, the neighbor down the street had boys who were like 2, maybe 3 or 4, and she needed to get things done around the house. So she just needed somebody to come and entertain them while she did dishes or laundry or whatever it may have been. So she got in contact with my mom, and she asked my mom if I would be interested in coming playing with the boys. And I was absolutely 100% in. So I went down there and I played with her boys. And when I became trustworthy, and it was about, I'd like say 6 to 8 months in, she was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the grocery store for like an hour or two. So here and there, she would leave me with the boys, and that's how I got the confidence to go and babysit for other families. And then a little later down the road, my other neighbor I heard she was pregnant. I found out she was pregnant, and I babysat for her. And then just word of mouth, they spread my name, and my parents spread my name, my siblings spread my name, and I just grew from that. So Sophia asked the next question, Sophia M, and she asked, do you have to babysit on holidays or special events? So since I work, we'll call it like 2 different positions, I'm a nanny and a babysitter. From the nanny end of it, I usually talked with the family about it beforehand. We talk about holidays and if I get them off, and then if I get them paid off, or if I have to work them, stuff like that. We talk about it. But if my family is not doing anything on the holidays, like President's Day, not any of the major holidays, usually I work it. Now, for the bigger holidays that usually we celebrate, like taking off for Hanukkah or Christmas, or Easter's usually on a Sunday, so I have Sundays off from nannying anyways. Those, if my family's doing something, then yes, I take those days off. Now, on the babysitting end of it, major holidays I don't usually babysit on. If somebody asks and my family is not doing anything or doesn't have any plans, then I may work that. And then New Year's Eve is a big holiday for babysitters to work, because if you're not doing anything, if you don't have anything planned, you can upcharge, because people need babysitters on New Year's Eve. They want to go out. So you can charge $20, $25 an hour on New Year's Eve. And most families will go ahead and pay it because they're looking for a babysitter. Now, special events. If I have a special event going on, I do not work it. I would obviously put it down on my calendar and take time off as a nanny, and then I wouldn't schedule any babysitting jobs on that day. Now, if you're asking if I work their special events, I've worked plenty of special events. I've done weddings, I've done parties, all types of parties. I've been to a Halloween party, birthday party. I've been an extra set of helping hands at a Christmas party before. I've traveled with a family on their vacation to babysit their kids while they went out to dinner one night. So yeah, I do special events. So my next question comes from Jillian B, and she asks, how can I get clients during COVID? Now, I did make a video on how to get jobs during COVID, so if you haven't seen that one, go check that one out after this video. But I do know that COVID also has changed, the rules have changed since I've made that video. And my heart goes out to you guys who are completely shut down and who can't get babysitting jobs, because it is tough. It's hard as a babysitter when your job is to go into somebody's home and you're touching everything and you're working with their children. It's hard to do that while a virus is going around. So I am sorry for those who can't get babysitting jobs right now. I feel for you. I'm sorry. But I do suggest that you start planning for when things get better, so you can jump right on it when you are able to. I will also be putting out a video about virtual babysitting, and I'll have some ways that you can do that in that video. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for that one. But again, I'm sorry if you are struggling, because it's a hard time right now. My next question comes from Aline J, and I apologize if I am pronouncing that wrong. Can males be into babysitting as well? Absolutely. I will say there is a stigma about males babysitting. Not all the parents are comfortable with it, so it will be harder for you to get jobs. But that does not mean you should not go babysit. I actually have a male babysitter in my business working for me, and he is doing a great job. A lot of families love him, a lot of kids love him, and he's doing great. And he's not the first I've had. So yes, males can be into babysitting. You just have to use my tips and tricks to become a better babysitter. Create those crafts with them. Play those fun games with them. Stay engaged with them. So these are all the questions you guys sent in for the Q&A. If you have any more, please let me know down in the comment section below. These were awesome questions. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for watching and engaging with my channel. Thank you for supporting me, and I will see you guys in the next video.